show off a little bit of Nermansker. Yeah, slowest loading screen ever. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's forever, and I don't know what these names are. Probably star systems, but it might be player names. Maybe it's devs. I don't. Nericlaire. I don't think those are human names though, so maybe it's just systems people have discovered, generated. All right. Oh, whoa. Okay. So this. Let's slow this down a little bit. So this is the station known as the Ermagerd. Um, this is what's like an interdimensional station where you can go fuck around and meet other players, but also like buy really fancy upgrades and weird stuff using weird currencies in the game. I actually have never talked to that guy before. I don't know. I did not know Quicksilver was a thing. I already did my usual talking to this guy. You can trade him whenever you scan life forms or new minerals on planets. You can give him the data and he'll, I don't know, give you a thumbs up. I think he gives you nanites, which is another currency. This guy sells minor upgrades, as in not major, but they are for a minor, I guess, because that's what you are. These are basically just modules you just pop into stuff, as opposed to the major upgrades, which I have purchased a few. I don't have any slots right now to put one in, but major upgrades, you get a recipe and you have to build the components. Anyways, there's a few people around here that do stuff like that. There's probably a teleporter out of here. I don't remember, but I usually just take my ship. And any of the dudes with the white diamond over their head apparently are other players. This is my Radiant Pillar ship. It's the first ship I started with. I have some salvage ships I'm trying to repair, but this is the only one that's serviceable. It's a space. It is big and full of rocks, which you can blow up for minerals. Sometimes they're useful. Usually they're not. I mean, at least for what I'm doing at the moment, they're not very helpful. You can't really seem to fly into them. It's definitely like spaceship damage because you can get in a lot of nasty situations. Oh, I'm probably too far away. Crash sites are things I've flagged because that's where you salvage ships from. Until you get the jump jets working, it just stays there. Once the jets are working, you can summon it to your base. Anyways, I don't want to spend 2 hours flying there, so pulse engine it is. There's, I think, 4 planets in this solar system so far, and I got bases on all of them. There's another space station, the non-interdimensional space station, just an NPC space station in the system that has a teleport ring, and my bases each have a teleport ring. Oh yeah, I forgot my controls. Uh, yeah, once you get an atmosphere, the pulse drive drops out and you can't use it. Anyways, yeah, once I'm at a base, I can warp between them. I don't know if there's a way to do that from the ship eventually. The ship just appears at the station or the new base whenever you warp around, so maybe there is. Coming in hot. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm using mouse and keyboard controls, but I also have this. It's just a little bit awkward for this game. This is the first base I ever built on the planet I started on. Fartbutt1 is the name of my base because I am a grown up. This thing's a storage unit, but it ain't got no juice, so it ain't storing nothing. What am I doing? Solar panel should be generating power. I don't know why it's not. Whatever. I have a biofuel reactor in here, which you poop into. By poop, I mean you put in carbon or oxygen, organic molecules, and fire up the teleporter. There's basically nothing to see here. Oh. Oh. I can teleport to other people's bases. I never realized that before. I'm going to go to the system hub first. Yeah, this game's got some pretty trippy looking graphics sometimes. So right out of the gate, this eyeball looking thing is just, you can just sell shit here, buy small materials. I kind of like that they put that right in front of the teleportator. There's all kinds of NPC, vendor, merchant type things here. This guy is, hell are they called? Karzov or something? Karov. Uh, Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. The robot species, anyways, whatever they are. You salvage star charts, and it's yet another currency type thing you can use. You turn them into this guy, and he gives you shit. Ooh, those are always fun. These guys are the... I don't know what these guys are. I can't remember. Drex or something like that. Gek. That's what they are, the Gek. Oh yeah, I already did this for the day, but usually the first time you talk to these guys, you can learn a new word from them, and then I guess it resets eventually, because it did eventually start being able to pick up more words. I'll probably talk to everybody in here already. What's that guy? Oh, that's a traveler, which is also what I am. Not species-wise, I don't know. Traveler just refers to the interdimensional travelers, but they can be any species. Yeah, vendors for selling, buying spaceship research. That guy has a very strange hat. He has a garbage can lid on his head. And he's wearing a Fallout costume, almost. Oh, I did dialect skills with that guy for the day. I'm trying to find the other one. There's another, one or two other races here, but I can't for the life of me seem to find them. There's robots. Oh yeah, there's the other guy. He's Uggos. Anyways, my primary base, because I found a very nice world eventually. And yes, all my names are like that, is a butt stubble. Into the brain melting void. Do. The building system in this is kind of weird. Kind of snapped together like stuff like Ark. But I had unlocked the stone tier, most of the stuff in it. Started building this, and then discovered there's also another tier that's just base pods, almost Subnautica style. They're pre-made, so I don't know what the fuck that's about. Why there's two separate things, but it is what it is. I've already scanned everything on this planet, but you got your visor that'll tell you where things are. You can lock a target on and then just go there with your space chip or your car. I guess there's a submarine you can get to, something called a Minotaur. Yeah, some quick actions, one of which is summoning vehicles. Oh, come on. Say ship. It has to have fuel, though. If it doesn't have fuel, you're boned. This is the one salvage ship I managed to repair enough that the jump jets work, so I could bring it over when I want to work on it. It's a piece of shit. Stats wise, I think it'll be way better when it's done, but it's pretty beat up. Yeah, once you jump in the cockpit, it changes over to which ship is your primary. So if I got in that, then if I teleported to another base or to the station, that would be the ship that follows me, which I do not want because it is unflyable. Yeah, there's a lot of weird life forms in this game, and like they vary quite a bit from planet to planet. This is the mining. You just shoot rocks. And you get other rocks where you can shoot plants and get oxygen and carbon. Ermagerd carbon. Oh yeah, what did I get? You can, if you're within a certain range, you can access your starship inventory. I guess this automatically connected me to the salvage ship that I'm working on, which is a bit of a nuisance. All right, reason I came in here is because I had dumped my get different upgrade packages, and you can just store them until you need the thing, rather than having to rebuild the thing, which is quite handy because that would be tedious. And yeah, you have to refuel things a lot. So this handy little thinger is the terrain manipulator. Oh, hey, this is a non-scanned rock. It's not good for mining because it does that unless you find what's called a deposit, which is, well, that probably used to be a deposit that's mined out. This planet I've kind of cleared out anything nearby, but a deposit's just like a huge chunk of mineral, and you need a mining laser to do that, or the terrain manipulator. But you also use it for digging down to find buried artifacts and technologies and make holes that you'll fall in by accident later. Or or you can do create mode, add terrain, or flatten, which is kind of handy for just like tunneling through hills sometimes. Because you set it, that's what we're tunneling to, it's the flatness, and you just boom. And there's a restore mode, which I think just unfucks whatever I was doing. I never use it. I'm not going to keep that equipped though. Just put it back in my pocket. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can refine. Yeah, the other planets I found were pretty barren, so I picked this one because it actually has greenery, trees and stuff. I mean, I guess the first one I was on kind of had trees, but that one was also radioactive and very hard on my. Your suit has hazard protection systems, which get worn down if you're in a place that's radioactive or has extreme temperatures. You know, like having to refuel that. I mean, once you're in your base, it doesn't, or even like underground, it stops happening, but still. Oh, I see. I already loaded some stuff in here. I believe I can automatically pull from my storage container here. Oh, maybe not. What do I even have in this thing? That's definitely an oversight. You should be able to pull from your storage container when you're accessing this thing, because you could certainly do it when you're just in the menu crafting things. There we go. So I'm trying to. Only recently realized I make. But yeah, you can just walk away from this thing and come back later and pick up your stuff or knock it off or whatever. Oh yeah, I can drop it in the storage container. I don't know. This is the base computer where you can change the name if I ever wanted to, you know, not have such a stupid name. That's where I would do it. But why would I do that? Do a terrain sweep and it'll scan things and highlight interesting things, but I kind of maybe have slightly stripped this area of all useful minerals. Oh, I think they respawn. I don't know. I still haven't quite figured out what the scanner on the ship does. It doesn't seem to do anything useful. It doesn't highlight anything. Oh, oh, full reverse. Oh god. Ugh. Yeah, these ship controls are jank as fuck sometimes. Sure, if I turned down the mouse sensitivity, it would fly a lot easier, but who's got time for that? Oh yeah, I don't have aquatic landing gear yet. Oh yeah, that's a deposit there. See, it's a gigantic chunk of a mineral. For that, you would need a terrain manipulator. I don't know why that's not letting me kill it. Technically, I can go underwater. I think it's a somewhat limited capacity. Ooh, unscanned. Oh, there's a lot of unscanned things down here. Yeah, I haven't actually come in the water here before. Oh. Mainly because I thought I might drown. Yeah, there's like tons of minerals. I don't know if they're just like randomly generated names, but there's only like a handful so far that I've seen of the actual like elements that they make them up. They're always some combination of ferrite, sodium, cobalt, gold, those kind of things. Mostly ferrite and sodium are the most common. Yeah, you get a little bit of money every time you do that. There's also like a lot of crash sites and stations and broken machinery to salvage around the world. I just cleared out this a lot of the area around here, so I'm not sure where I would even find something like that. There's also knowledge stones everywhere, which are alien artifacts that teach you a word. Why they're seated on every planet, I do not know, but they're handy. Well, maybe handy is not the word. They're kind of mandatory for certain parts of the story. What's that? Unknown building. Oh yeah, this is probably a research outpost. I think this is the one that had the locked doors I couldn't get in. Usually these have a little bit of loot and sometimes a dude you can talk to. And sometimes they'll have a puzzle. It's usually a numeric sequence you have to guess based on clues. Oh, 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 here we go. Let's see if I'm smart enough to do this one. Yarda, yarda, yarda. Show me the numbers. Oh. Okay, so that's minus 7. And that's minus 6, minus 5. So 76? No, that's not an option. Wait. 70. It's got to be 77. Yeah. Actually, the first time I've seen that type of puzzle, usually it's something where it'll be like this sequence of numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the next one is 2, 3, 4, 1, and then 3, 4, 1, 2, and it'll be like, what's the next one in the pattern? Which is obviously 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That kind of a thing. I'm sure I would expect there's probably more variety than that. I think it's just because I've been on the same starting worlds for so long. But I don't know.
Hey dude, I just gotta pop out to Donald's. I'll be back.
Okay. When was the last time I saved?